Gina, what have you discovered about the energy of water?
Oh. So, working with these extraordinary scientists, and now I have to tell you that some really important studies came out in this past year. So we're at the edge of a brand new explosion about what water is. And it's no longer just H2O. It's actually many states of water. What we want to do is step into understanding more profoundly what happens when water has energy in it. And it can't get there through, we're trying to hydrate with stale water, still water, tap water, bottled water. These waters are already stale and they've lost their energy. It's evaporated, it's gone. And to reignite water, we need to give it motion or energy. And that can be, just look at rivers, over rocks, look at waterfalls, look at ocean. We all know intuitively that there is energy in that water. So what we're trying to do is figure out how do we get that energy in water into our bodies. And that is what the work of the Hydration Foundation is. That is what the work on structured water and really helping these scientists bring this message into our health story, our body water, our life with our bodies. And the energy in water is what is really changing the kind of water that we hydrate with. And that energy in water there's so many technical things I could tell you about, molecular spin and angle of the hydrogen bond alignment. But the thing that your audience most simply needs to know is water has energy in it. It can go stale and evaporate, or it can actually be replaced back into water. So we want to think about how do we get to places where we can get energy back in water and get that kind of water.
That sounds just amazing, Gina. So what you're saying is there's a type of water that makes a difference in our bodies, different than the regular water that people are getting from bottles or Brita filters or things like that.
Yes.
And that we can get this water by moving our own body, right? That's part of it.
Simple.
We can get it by choosing foods that are more rich in more water rich.
Water rich, but I just want to say that the water in food has that energy. It's collected from the sun, the plants hold it, then they deliver it to us. So using water to hydrate is very important. But also, how do we find systems in our life where we can actually make that water also have spin or get the wave action from minerals? Electrolytes are called electrolytes for a reason. They have energy, they're batteries, and electrolytes in water changes the water into energized water. That's what we want.
So movement, food, and then of course through structured water devices, which of course my specialty.
These devices are really important. We need to be using them. They need to be part of our collaboration with our bodies, with our foods, with the way we hydrate. So any way that we can use devices, whether on our pipes or whether through the addition of water bottles that have some kind of electric charge in them, anything like that, that's going to add to our levels of hydration. And when we add to our levels of hydration, what we're doing is creating cognitive power. Yeah.
I love that. So when you bring that all together, how do you get to the conclusion that 8 glasses a day is not the way?
Because people are drowning themselves in stale water. And that flashes out your electrolytes. That flashes out your nutrients. And it's not being absorbed into your body. So you're just pouring water down the drain and you're wasting precious water. I'm sorry, but 8 glasses a day is not how desert communities, that's not how they hydrate. So they're using a lot of food and a lot of movement and of course natural sources of water. So that's all different hydrating strategies. It brings down the amount of water we need because we're having much more efficient water. We're having batterized water, energized water. So that's why we say 8 glasses a day isn't the way to start this new approach, which we need in our modern environment, which is far more dehydrating than the environments that we've lived in the past.
That's great. Well, I love the message you've brought together. And for those of you who don't have it yet, go to Amazon or go to Gina's website
Yes.
And look up the wonderful book Quench, and look up the Hydration Foundation. Is it the hydrationfoundation.org, Gina?
.org, yep. And what we try to provide there is an education on this new kind of water. So the Hydration Foundation exists to help you hydrate. So all our tips, strategies, the new science, who we're trying to feature and explore and bring this kind of hydration to everybody, especially our vulnerable elderly. Oh my God, that is just so important. I can't even tell you. Our school children, those of us who are surviving in airplanes and cars and commutes and office commutes, all of us.
Pretty much all the people made of water, right?
Yeah, we're all made of water, so let's get it going.
Awesome. Well, thank you for this inspiring message. I really appreciate your work.
Thank you, Patrick, for letting me share.